Hey, welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick like me with really cute dogs. Tonight I've got the free yes, no, how wins. I also have the $6 taco box. You can ask 3 questions and request a channeled message from a loved one, past, present, future, or maybe even someone who's already crossed the rainbow bridge, even if it's a pet, living or on the other side. Hey Molly, hey Mom's Life, hey Rogue Remedies. Welcome back to the Chammy. You can also get the 1111 love reading. You can get the $15 XXX love reading. You can also get a $20 past, present, or future reading. Well, it's past, present, and future. You can also get the $30 general reading. I do also have the spirit box on. No, not the spirit box, but I do have the REM pod on. Oh my goodness. It doesn't sound like someone who's very serious about helping people with tarot. I just was reading your message, Mama. So, what are your questions, Mom Life, that you would like? What are the most important questions that you would like answered? Oh, you were watching an ad? Okay. Yes, always. Honestly, is there anything my grandpa or great grandma had to say to me? I was closer to them really, and I don't know. I don't know if they're okay. No, it's not a lot at all. I totally understand. And can definitely relate. Just give me one moment and we will get started for sure. Just want to make sure I can see the chat. I feel like you need to get some answers for sure. Answers for yourself, answers from them. And that is definitely something we can do today. And I'll even put the spirit box on for you. So we'll have the spirit box available to them if they feel they are capable of using it or want to. They can also show their presence through the REM pod, show their presence through the kitty toys. Hey Maureen, I'm actually going to be I'm in a paid reading with Mom Life. So I will be happy to answer your question in a little bit if you want to wait. Sorry about that. That was interesting. Do you guys ever, wonder, like, do you guys ever wonder what you're seeing? Like, do you ever see something out of the corner of your eye and wonder what you see? Does that happen to any of you? I'm worrying, yeah, feeling. So that's, a little bit more of a paid kind of reading, but I'll just go ahead and split the deck for you real quick before I get started with my spirit. I'm calling forth Marine's most strongest and trusted spirit guide. What does she need to know? Yes or no about this person, or this person on her mind? Is this person, Samuel, are his feelings positive towards Marine? So Marine, maybe not so much right now. Sweet victory, mountains that stood in the way of your cherished goals are crumbling regardless. All resources must be used. The situation still requires perseverance and the unorthodox ability to stay ahead of problems, so it is the foundation for success. Once again, it says the situation still requires perseverance and the unorthodox ability to stay ahead of problems. It is the foundation for any success. So, you know, I don't know what you're telling yourself. Maybe it feels, you know, as if maybe you're feeling that no today somewhere deep inside of you. What are you actually reflecting out there? Are you thinking about asking this person? You should ask them how they feel about you. There's nothing wrong with that. You obviously still care about them, or you wouldn't be asking about them. There's nothing wrong with that. Let me put the spirit box on for you, Mom Life. Maybe it doesn't really, the batteries are not in it. Well, right now, the card is basically saying that his feelings towards you are not so positive at this time. So I asked if his feelings were positive towards you at this time, and the card said no. But, you know, that doesn't mean that you can't have sweet victory with this connection that you're feeling that you might still have with this ex. Okay, because things that have happened in the past, you know, that's in the past. You're here now, and you have a chance to write a whole new love story, whether it be with him or it be with somebody else, because there is a reality where you have what you want with this person. But if you're not feeling yummy about it, you know, that's like the key. Also, you know, obsessing over how to change it when there's nothing to change but self will also help a great deal. I'm pretty sure this person's somewhere feeling the same way you're feeling, so, you know, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Just think about it, you know. Spirit, I'm calling forth Mom Life's most strongest and most trusted spirit guides. I don't need your names. I don't need to say your name, Mom Life, because they know who you. They already know who you are. Spirit knows who you are. Hi, Ariel. How are you, sweetheart? I hope life is treating you kind. Sweetheart, we'll get into that in just a minute. I'm just going to wrap up Mom Life's reading. See if we can get some answers from her
low battery
family members regarding her questions and anything. That was kind of scary. It said the name, it sounded like it said the name Zoe. Didn't it? Yeah, is that what you said, Spirit?
low battery.
Yeah, low battery. Just give me a minute. Hey, Sarah, welcome to the haunted house. Hi, Spirit. If there's any good spirits that... Okay, great. I'm so glad you got your headphones. That's really going to help, yes. Spirit, I'm calling forth Mom Life's most trusted and most strongest spirit guides. She'd like to honestly know if there's anything that her grandfather or her great-grandmother have to say to her. She felt close to you and is just questioning if you're here now, if you can show your presence or if you could come forward. Maybe my mom can help them come forth too. Make them feel a little safer, a little bit more connected. If you could maybe say something or give us an idea that you're here or that your presence is known. The REM pod is here. You can touch the REM pod. It's called a REM pod. I'm going to just reset it. And touch the kitty toys. Is it on? Are there any messages from Spirit on any advice in reconnecting with Mom Life's grandfather and great-grandmother? Hey Crystal, welcome to the Chammy. I'm just going to pull the cards, some cards from the Liminal Space deck as well as the Power deck. Just so we can get some messages through cards from Spirit, channeled messages from your loved ones. Maybe they will resonate with you in some way, somehow. All right, Mom, sweetheart. Well, I'm so glad that it worked for you, sweetheart. Thanks so much for coming to hang out and letting me know that. I appreciate that a lot. Crystal. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Spirit, you're sassy. If there are any spirits that are here now that would like to give any messages to Mom Life 1992. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It always amazes me, amazes people how much it helps them. Since we're involuntarily doing it anyways. The spirit, I'm calling forth Mom Life 1992's most strongest and most trusted spirit guides to guide me in this reading and on this journey of speaking to the spirit box and trying to connect with her loved ones tonight. If you could please maybe give us some messages from the spirit box. Feel free to put any questions you might like to ask them on Life in the chat and I'll read them off. Or maybe they will read them and answer them before I read them off. Well, what's important at this point is that you know their names. Whatever you believe your creator to be, even if it's just the dirt outside, knows who you are trying to connect with at this time. I don't really need to know. I'm just the vessel. I'm just kind of like the vessel to give you the messages that come through. There are some in the cards. And there may be some coming through the spirit box. I don't get the impression that they're too shy to use the REM pod, as the REM pod has been quite active since I began working to put this together for you tonight. If there's any spirits that want to connect with Mom Life 1992 through the spirit box, through the REM pod here tonight, could you tell us your names or show us your presence or let us know what you like to be called? Do you have any messages for us tonight? Any messages for the living? Mom Life 1992 wants to know if her grandpa is okay. Does he look after grandma and great-grandma? Is she okay as well? When Mom Life was sick in the hospital, was she the one who helped me come back? Or does she have messages from my mom or grandpa? Let's see what cards fell. Let me turn that off. I'm so sorry. I even had that on. Your intuition is going to be the most important thing to use here when you're connecting with them on and offline. So if somebody's laughing at you because you feel as if you've gotten some kind of message that you intuitively feel is right for you, then that's just not someone you need to be talking about what you're going through with your family in your afterlife. The important thing to understand here is that you know, okay, here's an example, and I'm speaking through experience here regarding intuition. So somebody will say, how do you know it's your mom and not just some demon, right? And it's literally because I remember what my mother's energy feels like. I remember and I know intuitively the difference and would know. So I really feel it's so important for you to understand. And if anybody's laughing at you based on how you're feeling, your intuition about this, remember you are not separate from them. Just because they don't have, and this might sound cold, but I am a death midwife, so it might sound a little bit cold, but just because they don't have their rental cars, and I'm not comparing human life to a rental car, but just because they don't, you know, I'm just trying to kind of explain it to you in a physical way. Because sometimes us as humans have a difficult time appealing to the ethereal, appealing to the afterlife, appealing to death, appealing to immortality in a way that is promised. It's very difficult for us to kind of grasp it, like we can grasp this card. So, just because they don't have their rental car doesn't mean that they don't have, you know, a reason to carry on as well. It doesn't mean that they don't still find a reason to live on the other side. While I feel that there are spirits, yes, they carry grief with them. One thing I know that they do take with them is the love. They do take the love. So they are asking you today, what is your reason to live, Juice? You should be taking that in as many doses as you can. Tag your it, so you may be seeing them out of the corner of your eyes, but it's them. Maybe you think you saw a ghost, but it's probably a loved one just watching after you. So there is a little bit of cosmic fuckery going on that has made people to be feeling like maybe even more overwhelmed than usual. I think we talked about it Friday night. In fact, Chloe brought it up. The planets aligning, and then I got my little star app out, and I was looking at the map, and was like looking at the map of the solar system on my phone, and noticed, oh yeah, all these planets are like right beneath me on the other side of the planet aligned, and will be as they continue around, you know, the globe. As the wheel turns, as the world turns. So Spirit just says, hold on. You know, kneel before no one. So, you know, what is going on in your personal life that these loved ones in the afterlife can help you with? One thing that we've learned about here in this channel is that some of them can read. They can see, some of them can see us, hear us. It's almost as if they live vicariously through us. Maybe we don't eat, but they enjoy watching us eat, and that somehow gives them energy. I know that sounds weird. But kneel before no one. So I feel like this is saying, this is like very much a high priestess energy kind of card. Like, you know, stay. They're telling you you're on the right path, but stay on that pedestal. Make your decisions by knowing that it's your reality to create that which you feel you deserve and are worthy of. I don't know, but I've had a lot of people say that when they see the blue in my name, it makes them hungry for cordon bleu. I'm like, okay, great. I hope that, as cheesy as that sounds. So, I do have a power deck card for you, which is called Intuition. And this is how you're gonna know, you know, the difference. Like, I probably maybe would not have like gotten into this had I ever lived in a haunted house. I mean, I lived here for a very long time before I even thought about even becoming friends with them or trying to talk to anything around here or anything, let alone a spirit box, until I thought, well, maybe I can talk to my mom. You know, so I just got it for that in the beginning. But when I realized one night doing an SD's method with another channel member who's a friend of mine, and there were like thousands of them, and they wanted to talk at the same time. So I figured, well, I better start helping them and whoever maybe might come by. But the card here that's important for you, and the thing that's important for you to understand is whatever your intuition is saying about your connection with them, you know, you're not wrong about it. We are getting ready to go into also a full moon. We're already right now in the middle of the new moon. Yes, and I feel it's very much in this card saying that, you know, it's time for you to enjoy what you have now. The days, the nights, the seasons. But you know, you must understand that you are in control of these seasons. You are in control of the reality of your destiny. You know, even despite this, like, I think a lot of people are talking about, oh, what's that stupid thing? What's it called? Mercury retrograde. Give me a break. Hey, Veronica, and if you want to know how to get through Mercury retrograde without even caring, just ask, please, and you shall receive. Veronica, it's good to see you, sweetheart. I'm sending you a big virtual hug of love and trust. So, here are some important factors about, you know, it's kind of going to feel a little bit like a game. Also with your loved ones who are your spirit guides. Maybe even spirit guides that are maybe not so much your loved ones. Maybe they're more supernatural energy than hypernatural energy. For instance, angels are more of a supernatural energy than, say, hypernatural energy like you, myself, the people in the chat. Maybe, you know, the spirit that shows up on the spirit box, it was a Britney fan from 2007. So let's go ahead and get into your card about intuition. Oh, it's upside down. So from the left side of your body comes your female energy, whether you are a man or a woman. Within this femaleness, this feminine consciousness, lives your intuition. Intuition, your body, mind, rather than knowing what is true with your mind. Intuition does not have the clouds of accumulated knowledge to distort your vision. Intuition simply sees what is the truth. With intuition, you can feel the source of your being without reasoning it away and being filled with doubt. Doubt destroys your intuition. Your power always lies in the balance between mind and intuition. So, you know, think about the times when you go out and you are outside and you go to look at the moon, and the moon is beautiful, right? You go to look at the cosmos, go to look at them stars, or you even go out in the woods, even in the daytime. It could be any season. Just when you go out in nature, you know how important it is for you to be aware of all your senses. You might be alone. You might be with friends. Get in touch with nature, and you will be more in touch with those in the afterlife. Don't be afraid to start with something small. You know, maybe you lose an important piece of paper. Ask them to help you, and you shall see. You shall see. They'll show up for you. But it's really important for you to also understand and try to differentiate the difference between your angel messages and your messages from your loved ones in the afterlife. But follow that intuition about it, because that's going to be the thing that guides you the most, and that's their most important message to you today. Because, like, let me give you an example. If I told you this was a zebra, would you just go, yeah, it's a zebra, Stormy? You wouldn't. You wouldn't. You'd be like, if I said it was a lion, you'd be like, yeah, it's a lion, Stormy. You wouldn't be like, oh yeah, that's a zebra. I mean, you know, think about it. So they're right there in front of you. Tag your it. focusing in, laser focusing in on your reason to live juice, and start enjoying, right now. Try not to worry too much about the past. Keep looking forward. Spirit, what does she need to know about moving forward? Excuse me. Someone give me a number. Excuse me. Somebody give me a number. I'm trying to keep myself from sounding like a cat getting stepped on. Pardon me. Somebody give me 2 numbers. Advice going forward is really nice here too. So yeah, carry your weather. It's okay to keep your head in the clouds about what is good and what you feel will make you stronger. No worrying too much about what doesn't serve you. Don't do anything that triggers you either. 2 of Cups and the Angel, like we were just talking about angels, letting you know that maybe there's something going on with your love life. Somebody who feels that they can really build something special with you here in the Temperance and the High Priestess moving forward with your life. Something to do with love. 2 of Cups here with the love and the Angel. Maybe dip your toes in it. It's somebody who definitely feels they have learned a lot from you or can learn a lot from you. Spirit says clean it up. If there's things laying around the house that don't serve you, get rid of them if they trigger you. Keep what's sentimental that you love. And if it's something you love, but it's maybe not so sentimental, maybe it triggers you a little bit, give it to someone who you care about. Will take care of it. But Spirit's saying make more room for the new stuff that's about to come in, because you're about to feel a lot more complete in your world, in your vortex, in your circle of things. Everything is really starting to balance out for you. The more forward you look into your future and staying here right now instead of going back in the past, which only doesn't serve you unless you're going back to nostalgic moments that create, help you create nostalgic moments with others in your presence now. See what I'm saying? Going too far into the future might actually freak you out a little bit too much too. So just take it one day at a time, especially with your, your friends in the afterlife that you may not know yet that are good, and the friends that you have in the world right now, and as well as the ones that are around you who are your loved ones. Maybe there are even some pets that you had or something that maybe spirit guides as well that have crossed the rainbow bridge. Take your time even journaling about it. What is the next thing that you feel that you need to do regarding maybe reaching out to them, because the card does say Tiger It. And don't fall too much into the ideas of things that don't serve you. All right? Okay, someone says, oh, there's going to be a Mercury retrograde. So what? What? Try to stay more oblivious to the things that don't serve you, turning your back on them. Hey, Angela, how are you, sweetheart? I'm still here in the haunted house in a creepy graveyard. It has changed a lot. When was the last time you were here in Atlanta? You know what? I have not been to the post office, so I will go ahead and go to the post office this week if you think I should, if you think it's going to be there. I wonder if I have a way to check to see if I even have anything in the box without going there. Oh, you live in Cobb County. Yeah, that's just like, this used to be Cobb County. Yeah, I totally understand that mom life for sure. But you will find a way, and your grandfather's still there with you. There's nothing that really separates you except for maybe the limiting beliefs and circumstances that you feel may separate you. Like your intuition card said. Balance is going to be everything with having him guide you continuously as a spirit guide and following that intuition regarding what he may be trying to let you know. Especially dreams too. Spirits will come to us in dreams and communicate with us in that way. And pay attention to what's going on subconsciously through those dreams. Like what's happening in your dreams. Mom Life 1992. Doing that. Well, if you sent it to P.O. Box 769062, Roswell, Georgia 30076. It's weird. Hi, Spirit. Alright, I'm just gonna have to go over there because, you know, last time I went over there, I had a box full of mail that wasn't even mine. You wanna know how much I'm paying monthly for that post office box? Which is like no bigger than my fist. Like $40 a month. Some crazy shit like that. And no one ever sends anything to it. It just has a bunch of harassing scam letters. But every once in a while, it's like I'll go over there, I'll check the mail. Last time, pretty much none of it was mine. I kind of had hoped that the package would have been there, so I could have said that it was. Yeah. I'll check amongst the craziness tomorrow because tomorrow, my friend's having 10 teeth pulled. My dad's having cancer screening. My nephew's going to be born. I mean, who knows what else is going to happen? Hopefully something else is going to happen. Other than me needing a serious nap at some point. So I gotta work in the morning. Got the butt crack going. So I started my live a little bit earlier tonight. So I know Molly paid me for a reading, but I think she took off, so I'll do a reading later. Come on, live, keep me updated. I'm here for you. Anytime you need to come by and chat about your family and their afterlife, or any questions about this reading, please feel free to come by again. I'm not really sure I understand what you mean. Hey, Metal Rain, how are you? Hold on, let me make sure my dog's not eating something she shouldn't be eating. Eating, Precious. What did Grandpire give you? Okay, alright. You want to share that with Puppy Rooney? Come here. You don't have to be so stingy. There you go. Here, Precious. Want some apple? Sorry about that. Oh no, you have the worst stomach pain ever. You might want to go to a gastroenterologist. Hasn't happened to me in a long time, but I did have to go to a gastroenterologist for it. So I'm just going to take 5 minutes to myself to look up the thing about the post office box and text my drummer back because he called and I missed the call. Is Rogue Remedy still here? That was funny what that guy said about what Jack said about the blue cheese. Hey Dwayne, how are you? Hey Sarah B. Hey Ariel. So many cool people came by. Come back. Appreciate you too, Mom Life. Thank you so much for your donation, for your time. And thanks for trusting me to help you with this. It's my pleasure. Okay, let's see what I can find out about my silly P.O. box. Hey Melissa, how are you, dear? Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry you're sad, sweetheart. Don't be sad. I'm glad you're doing good too, Ron. Good to hear from you too. Do you have maybe the tracking number, Veronica? Maybe you can email me the tracking number. How's your schedule been kind of crazy too? Yeah, mine's been crazy. Like everybody's, it's just crazy. It's so good to hang out with you. I'm glad you're okay. You've gotten in touch with us. Yeah, email me the tracking number because then I can just go to the post office and be like, what is this shade? Have you gotten an episode in yet? Wasn't there one that we were gonna do like that had a Halloween theme, or were we saving that bag? Alright, I'll ask her. And it's Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific, which is 9 p.m., which is 8 for her. I'll have to ask her. I'll ask her tonight before bed. Wait, what time is it? It's midnight, so I'll be up at the butt crack of dawn, so I will text her then. Thank you so much, Veronica. I appreciate that. I can't wait to see what it is. I never read that email that you told me not to read, so I still don't know what it is. Did the spirit box just say help? How can we help the spirit? Okay. Well, USPS for some strange reason wants my credit card number to get my P.O. box linked to my USPS account, which doesn't make any sense since I renew my P.O. box through their website, which doesn't make any sense because if they already have my card and they automatically, renew my P.O. box, why are they asking me for my card again, but they can't just link my P.O. box to my USPS account because they're telling me that the PO box doesn't exist. Now that's very strange. So I'll have to go and see what that's all about. I'll go over there sometime this week after the baby's born and Pigpen comes back and Dad's cancer screening is done and I filled some of my work-hour gap. I will get over there though. It's not too far away. But I can't believe so much hassle for a little box of something. I mean, I've never had a problem with it before. But what I do have a problem with is constant mail that is not mine. That doesn't. I will go to the counter and be like, "What's this all about?" Oh, we're sorry. We'll fix it. They never do. Did that just say court or work? That's a bit strange. Yeah, the baby's due tomorrow, yeah. Hopefully get some good news about that soon. So I don't even know if I'll be online tomorrow. Although I do hope to be online at some point. I haven't been able to like take Ruby anywhere with me without the puppy following. So we got Ruby and Gypsy now. Careful. Oh my goodness. Glad to see you on my lap, Veronica. Yes, have a little puppy action before you go. No, you can't try to drink from her. She's not a water fountain. Ruby met a really big dog the other day and it really upset her. And she hasn't been right since. Okay. Did you have a good day? Did you enjoy barking at nothing? It was fun. You're sleepy, aren't you? You ready to go night-night? Yeah, the dog was rather big. I mean, I think I told you Ruby's leg is about the size of my thumb. You want to show him, baby? So, this dog's paw was like the size of her skull. Penny was scary looking, wasn't she? But all the dog did was just boop her on the side with her nose, her big nose. And you would have thought the dog took her by the neck and took me by the neck and dragged us away into the darkness. It was very funny, but it was kind of not funny, but it was funny. But it was not funny. She's saying opera. Welcome back, Molly. Let's do your reading. I'm here with Tater Dog. Tater Dog. Are you going to start barking? Are you going to get it? Oh, Ruby, you're so beautiful. I'm just going to turn around so everyone can just see how beautiful you are. Do you want to do your reading, Molly? I'm going to put the gremlins back on the couch. Oh, sweet puppers. Does her ear taste good? She's like, stop.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. You can get a reading, Crystal. I think that's so cool what you said about the manifesting thing. Take these little monkeys back to the couch. Does, especially when you can get like in control of the strict mental diet part of it. I was actually telling Molly, you know, I see a lot of people like kind of set themselves up for disappointment with manifesting because they get even more attached to what they want to manifest. And they maybe don't see it show up the way they want to. Or they just keep manifesting disappointment because that's what they expect out of the law of assumption. I can send you a reading, Molly. And you can wake up to it in the morning. Or do you want me to do it now, Molly? Yeah, because it's living from the desire. It's living from that joy. Finding that joy in what inspires you and whatever it is that you have right there in front of you that you're working with. Like I was explaining to Molly, like I feel like there have definitely been times where we've all been kind of guilty of you know, you realize that this whole manifesting thing is real. It really does work. You know, your thoughts and your feelings are, you know, assuming things that you see showing up every single day. But it's like people have also said, but it gets scary because, you know, instead of getting their person back, you know, they in the way they thought they could or wanted to, or getting the person they wanted to be with, it ended up being, you know, just a lot of disappointment. and they found themselves, no matter what they tried to manifest, it would be, you know, some kind of disappointment that they would have to settle with. You know, where at that point, where it's like, well, you know, it's not about getting more attached to your desire, because see, the desire, it's already yours. It's like, you know, but where is your belief in your desire and your success and your ambitions and your goals and your, you know, where does that key lie in your, you know, what are you telling yourself about you, the situation, others? I mean, I don't know, can we absolutely get rid of wanting? I mean, I really want, you know, a New York cheesecake with, you know, blueberries, but doesn't mean that, you know, I can go out and get one right now. I mean, I could in the future, but will I even want it? You know, and then who knows, maybe randomly, you know, a piece of cheesecake, I'll find my way to a piece of cheesecake, you know, with blueberries on top. I don't know. But I sure am excited about having cheesecake the next time, especially New York cheesecake with blueberries. I know it's really ridiculous to like compare it to food, but but no, there's no point in stopping to want. It's more like a detach, like, you know, you have the rest of your life to enjoy this desire, to enjoy the excitement of it coming into the places and the spaces in your life and your vortex that you have cleared out to open up for, you know, more new stuff to come in. Why is the puppy crying? I have to go back and get her. 1 second. What is wrong with you? I don't have anything for you except cuddles. So, seeing can very well be believing. So it's like even the journaling thing you did. You know, that's seeing it on paper, almost like a script, almost like a story. You know, all the books I've written, I want to turn them into movies. So when I'm writing them, that movie is playing in my head. And I start to think, what will you see as the reader or as the movie seer, even? Are you going to be okay? You seem to be very emotional about your cookies. It's not howdy cookie time. It's howdy go night-night time. Alright, I'll turn down the spirit box. Maybe that's the annoying little shit. Who knows? Maybe you will inherit the dog because she'll need someone to take care of her and you can babysit. I mean, maybe the whole babysitting idea though is off the table since you do want to cut your ties with her. Okay, so I'm just going to read up real quick, Molly, on what you said about your reading. I'll tell you a couple stories too, Crystal, in a minute. 1 second. So one way to explain the detachment from your manifestation is, one example is, so Neville Goddard wanted to go back to Barbados, which is a subject that's been brought up a lot over the last couple of weeks because my best friend and her family went on vacation to Barbados recently. So her and I touched upon some of the subjects about Neville Goddard and Barbados and some of the things that we learned in the past and had been able to stabilize practicing these thoughts and these kind of conditionings. Like Abdullah was Neville Goddard's mentor, and Neville wanted to go back to Barbados and see it again, and started thinking about, you know, this spiral of getting there. Abdullah was just like, no, you're already in Barbados. Just like the time that I've told you guys before, I don't know if Crystal's heard this story, but you know, Neville Goddard felt like the woman that he was married to at the time wasn't really aligned with his goals, his aspirations, his spiritual beliefs, maybe even some of his things that were important to him regarding, you know, who knows. He just didn't feel like she was aligned with him personally, and felt even from the time they had first gotten married that that probably wasn't somebody that he would stay married to the rest of his life. So instead of worrying about all the stuff it was going to take to get from day one to, you know, actually being in a relationship he wanted to be in, you know, he didn't think, Abdullah told him, don't think too much about the little things, like how it's going to work out or how you think it should work out. You just need to be focusing on the end result and living from that. So he moved out of the house that he was living in with his wife, moved into a hotel room, and started living from the idea that even though his wife would not give him a divorce, living from the idea of what did serve him. You know, it wasn't right to stay there when he wasn't happily married to her. He could have made it work, but he said there was just so many things that weren't aligned at the end of the day. So when he did start thinking about, you know, who was aligned with him and what he felt for that person, it became a little bit more clear, and the universe was able to make movement for him so that he could be in the relationship he wanted to be in. Well, thank you. I'm glad my doggies could bring you some joy. They're Wolf-Sable Chihuahuas. Interesting fun fact, I had the chat on both laptop and the mobile app, and the laptop is faster. I noticed on the mobile app everything just disappears and I'm not able to get back to it. So I have to watch the chat on the laptop, because it just disappears and I can't chat from the mobile app. I mean, I can press it, I see it there, but it'll just disappear. Veronica, did people sabotage my bond with my person? Are you still there, Veronica? Yeah, we can answer that. But remember, whatever you're thinking and feeling at the end of the day, Veronica, is what's going to be important. If you want to think and feel that, you can. Or maybe you do intuitively, Veronica. I don't know. I'm feeling that you're feeling that intuitively. But, Spirit, I'm calling forth Veronica's most strongest and most trusted spirit guides in regards to, did people sabotage her bond with her person? I couldn't even fathom something like that, sweetheart. Oh my God. Thinking things like that. Stop. Spirit, what does she need to know about these sheeple? What does Veronica need to know about these sheeple? So yes, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, like I said before. But have no fear, Stormie's here. The card says, unshakable feelings from a life bursting with love and happiness. Believe in miracles, no matter how silly this makes you feel. Important events bring a breakthrough to your situation. The result will fundamentally perfect. All you have to do is believe. So while it might be saying yes, they did sabotage something. At the end of the day, it ain't over till the fat lady sings and they haven't sung yet. So There is a lot of hope in this card. I know it might feel as if there is not going to be a breakthrough, but I feel the card is telling you there's going to be a breakthrough. He'll come around. All you have to do is believe that that whole sabotaging feeling is something that is in the past. It's over with. It's not happening again. It's not a part of your story.
What? Put the alarm on, at least I can't get up.
Okay.
What time? 10 o'clock? 11?
I don't know, Dad. I'll set it for you and don't worry about it, okay?
This little guy should never give up all night long. I just give you an apple. Gonna give me 5? Yeah. Okay. Now go to sleep with your mother.
Here.
Is that too early? No.
No.
Okay.
And don't repeat the time either,
Okay,
please.
it's 12:30. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah,
Okay.
please go to sleep and you'll get a nice night's rest. If you go to sleep now, you'll get a full night's rest before I have to wake you up. You just got a revelation. Yeah, that happens. We'll have epiphanies, and sometimes it's nice to ask, and it's good to get it clarified in regards to what you're thinking and feeling. But you can change it. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to stay like that. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. That doesn't have to be the end of the love story. Like, it's not done like that. Is Molly still there? Let's see if she's still there. She's not there. Let's see if she left her questions in. You can hear better on the cell phone, so I'm going to go back to that, okay? Let me go back and see if I can find Molly's question. I like the 369 method, and scripting method is fun too. You know, so far with the whole manifesting thing, just take it one day at a time, even 1 hour at a time if you have to. It's already something that you are doing involuntarily, the way that you breathe. So you might as well as, you know, it's something you're going to be doing for the rest of your life that you've already been doing your whole life. So, you know, what good do you want to do with it? For yourself or others. And it's fun to put the work into it as well. It will help you with so many things. I mean, honestly, the list could go on and on. And speaking from personal experience, it's been fun. Hey Khalib, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. Awesome. And that's a good thing. That's a wonderful thing. You know, it brings you joy, and it's a passion, and the more passionate you are about something, the easier it is to watch it appear in front of you. I'm gonna have to go to bed soon. Because you hear the spirit box that just said, yep. Michelle and Janet both talking to each other in the same scene. Hopefully 2 different people are going to be reading that. I do. Laura's even ever watched Three's Company. Spirit is some calling forth Philippe's strongly some most trusted spirit guides. Khalib is concerned if somebody is being manipulative towards Khalib currently. Is there anyone being manipulative towards Khalib currently that Khalib needs to maybe know about? So Spirit says, no, and I think it's interesting that the Spirit box said no, but it doesn't mean that there's not something, you know, that's there in its presence. You will awaken from the call of great deeds. Big victories are not far. They come to you naturally because you possess the polished qualities of a leader. Your confidence in the future does strengthen. How could it not? Have you been feeling any presence of like inorganic beings? Because they will feed off that fear, and they will definitely even just a little bit of anxiety. But follow your intuition on it for sure. Maybe burn some of your favorite incense. I was actually thinking about shadow people and wondering. I was going to ask you guys tonight, and now that we're talking about it, if anybody has been experiencing anything like that, because I won't see them, but I'll pick them up like I'll pick them up in nature when I'm like, I'll pick them up on the camera when I'm taking pictures of nature. And I went out to the big tree a couple nights ago, a couple days ago during sunset, because it was Friday night before I did the live, and noticed the shadows like on the tree from other branches from other trees. But at the same time, I was like, this is just so strange and weird. I wonder if anybody else like should there really be shadows there at this time of day on the trees? I mean, the sun's pretty much almost down below the horizon. dealt with him too much either, because I think it's just like something that I haven't, you know, it's like, I don't know, I guess I'm less aware of worrying about them. It's like, oh, that again. You know, have a nice day. I see you. Stay out of my head. There's no vacancy. But I'm not saying that it was easy to overcome feelings like that or situations like that. I think I've met more people who've had the experience and had the experience myself. The only time I had the experience is when I realized, oh, well, you know, it was like taking photos of me and my organized jewelry that I was going to sell on Etsy, and saw them in the pictures in the tree behind me, sitting there like the whole family of them. It's really weird. Spirit, what does Metal Ray need to know about that? I'm calling forth Metal Ray. It's no stress in strongest spirit guides. Was Metal Ray having an attack? That's strange. That card just like disappeared into the portal in the floor, I guess. So Spirit says yes. Metal Rain, you're having some kind of attack. But you have full control of the situation. Easy adjustments bring you a light soaring feeling of freedom, warm emotions, and the ennoblement of your life. Expect exciting events and new alluring horizons. I have this one friend who I know has personality. Over vigilant. Hey Maria, how are you? Yeah, just relax, Khalid. Definitely just relax. Yeah, you can ask a yes or no. Yes, no. Spirit, I'm calling forward Maria's strongest and most trusted spirit guides. What does she need to know about her question tonight? What does she need to know about that? I'm not sure I understand your question, but Spirit does so. Spirit, what does Maria need to know about her question? Spirit says no. Circumstances require a more careful approach. Much more careful. However, the inviolability of your decision give birth to colossal opportunities and incredible means for their implementation. But again, be careful. Yeah, Spirit's saying maybe not so much today, or maybe not so much right now. You know, because it is a very much what do you need to know right now kind of question. And Spirit does know what you want to ask without you clarifying it with me, but I feel like it's saying maybe not so much today. Circumstances require a more careful approach, much more careful. However, the inviolability of your decisions gives birth to colossal opportunities and incredible means for implementation. But again, be careful. You know. Hey Caitlin, how are you? Yeah, maybe not so much today, or this evening, or right now. But I feel like the reason it's saying, you know, be careful is because right now you are not in the ideal situation. And we don't talk about things we don't want around here, but I'll go a little bit into it. You know, you are not in the desired state of being that you want to be in. And you need to be careful with that. And you need to be careful with that because the circumstances of your situation are something to be careful of. Spirit saying, and maybe him thinking about you all the time, or when you are apart all the time, or you know, like when you guys don't text or talk in between hours. You know, does he think of you? Spirit says no. But if he were to think about you during these times, I mean, would it be that bad? Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, just let it breathe, you know, be careful, let it breathe. You don't want to suffocate him energetically, and you don't want to suffocate, you know, your relationship or your connection with this person. I don't know, Kaylin, I don't know shit about that stuff. I'm sorry, honey. Just don't do anything that triggers you. Lightning Star, does B have a crush on you? Sure, we can ask that. I never said yes. I just am telling you that I know nothing about that stuff. I couldn't give you advice on speed dating or dating app, because I have absolutely no experience with that kind of stuff. I'm sorry. But if you'd like me to ask the tarot cards, I can get you a free yes, no, no win regarding that. Spirit, I'm calling forth Lighting Star's most strongest and trusted spirit guides. Does B have a crush on them? What do they need to know about the crush? Yes or no? So Spirit's saying yes. They must be feeling something special about you. Feelings from a life bursting with love and happiness. Believe in miracles, no matter how silly it might seem or feel. All you have to really do is believe, is what this card is essentially telling you. So what are you telling yourself about you, about your situation, about being? get a paid reading, please do so now. I'm gonna be wrapping it up here very shortly. A really busy day ahead of me. You're so very welcome. Thank you. Thanks so much for coming by, subscribing, liking, adding your question to the chat. Keep me updated.